Ditto. So your number one's Tom Hiddleston.
Yes, and I told him that, and he didn't know what it meant. That's why I wanted to know from you.
Did you show him? Who's my hall pass? Oh God. It's my wife. It is my wife. I'd asked my wife for permission to be with my wife. Which actually is what happens. Okay. Hi. Have to write a slip, hand it in, wait for the answer.
Hello there.
Hello.
Alright, my name's Ben, and first thank you for coming to New Jersey.
Thank you, Ben.
And I guess my question is, one thing we all probably want to see in the last season of Lucifer was more interactions between Lucifer and Trixie, you and Scarlet. And I guess my question was, if you could have, when Lucifer was doing all his goodbyes and had last long arcs to everyone, if you could have had one final scene with Scarlet, Trixie, what would you want to do?
I think in the sentimentality where we were at by the end of it, I think it would have got to a point where Lucifer might have told Trixie that he loved her. Oh no, exactly. I mean, I think that's what he would have. I mean, you guys knew that already, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. So he would have just, it's taken him 6 seasons to get there. But I think he would have said that. He'd put it in the movie. Start the movie with that. Yeah. Thanks, buddy. Oh, you're a little sentimental, aren't you, over there? Yeah. Very nice. Hello.
I just like to know, what emotions did you feel after, the final filming of season 6?
I kind of felt, it wasn't at the end. At the end, I felt just a mixture of different things, but I'd also been allowed to cut, because season 5 was going to be our last season, for a long time. So I'd sort of gotten my head around the fact that we were finishing. And then when season 6 came along, it was almost an opportunity for, on a daily basis, to start to go through the grieving process. So by the end of it, it's almost like I'd done my grieving. I was incredibly, knackered and sad. But my overwhelming feeling was I felt so proud. I felt really proud that we'd got that far, that we'd done as many episodes that we had. But I think more than anything, I was proud of the atmosphere and the energy that we created if you came to work on the show Lucifer. People wanted to come and do that because they'd heard what a great place it was to come and work. And that was a deep source of pride for me. So, yeah. I was feeling a lot of feels, but I had a lot of time to kind of feel them, basically. And also, I'd made such great friends that I knew that the end was the end, but it wasn't the end for me. It was the end for our viewers and the story that was on screen, but, I see these guys all the time, and we will be in each other's lives because we were such a sort of huge part of each other's lives for such a long time. And for something that was a big part, it was a big thing in each of our lives, how this show was and how successful the show became. So, does that answer your question?
Yes, thank
Good.
you.
Thank you.
Hi Tom, my name is Max. So obviously, like everyone here, I really enjoyed your performance as Lucifer. The episode where Father Frank dies in your arms really got to me. I saw that and I was like, oh God, I was like holding back tears. But on the opposite end, Amy was here earlier, she was saying that Tom never breaks character. He's always like this serious. So was there ever a time where you just broke or you just couldn't take it, like, I can't hold it?
Normally not in like big emotional moments. But yeah, I mean, there was odd times where we just couldn't stop. Actually, weirdly, in that episode, which was, one of my favourite moments, one of my favourite episodes, it had some of my favourite moments in it. I also remember that is the episode where me, Lauren and Coleman had to do a scene together, and for whatever reason, you know, it'd been a long day, we were really tired, and we'd been waiting around for a bit, and we'd been rehearsing the scene together, and we'd been making each other laugh during that period of time. And there was a bit in the scene that Coleman just was making us laugh about. Anyway, we get to shooting it, and we can't get through it, because we just can't stop laughing. And it's like, we're all like, Coleman's here, and there's me and Lauren next to him, and none of us, if you look at the scene, are looking at each other because we can't. And if you look at it carefully, some of our shoulders are doing this. And it's quite a serious moment. And those moments are sort of few and far between. But yeah, now and again you just can't help yourself. There is a moment where I could have broken character in a big emotional moment, and it was with Michael Imperioli, who played Uriel. And you remember the scene where Lucifer kills Uriel, right? He stabs him, and then he's holding him, and he can't believe what he's done, and his brother's dying in his arms, and Uriel's there. And then Uriel has to lean into Lucifer's ear and tell him a valuable piece of information, right? And the information was that the peace is here, right? And that was the line. So we're going for it. Big old scene, stab, oh, brother dead, no, And then Imperioli pulls me over and he goes to my ear and he goes, the pizza's here. And I looked at him and I was like, you don't try to make me laugh! But I stayed in character. Anyway, there you go. Hello.
Hello. So glad you like the beer. You can get more when you come to Pittsburgh in August.
It's fancy. Is it from Pittsburgh? I knew I liked it. Did you know that Pittsburgh is twinned with Sheffield, which is where I grew up?
Yes, I did. It's the sister city of Pittsburgh, yes.
Oh, well, there we go.
I can tell
I love that. I'm so excited. I'm so excited to go to Pittsburgh and tell people from Pittsburgh that, because they won't have a clue, will they?
Probably not.
No.
I can actually tell you a lot of good things about Pittsburgh, but we'll do that when we're in Pittsburgh.
Absolutely.
I wanted to know if there was anything that you brought from your own experience of being a twin to your portrayal of Michael and Lucifer.
Ooh, if I did, it was probably subconscious, to be honest. Do you know, sometimes I forget I'm a twin. It's not that I forget I have a twin, that I have a sister. It's just that I think when people talk about the twin experience, it's to do with identical twins more often than not, and not fraternal twins. I didn't have an awful lot to draw on, apart from maybe the fact that I was a bit annoyed that we had to share a birthday every year. Like that was my overwhelming answer to the question about being a twin when I was growing up. But no, I didn't. There was nothing I really drew on from that, because I really like my sister. Yeah, and she's a primary school. She's a head teacher at a primary school in Sheffield.
Yeah,
Yes, thank you. And she's great at it. But yeah, so I didn't draw on that. I didn't draw on that because I would have just liked him too much. Anyway, but thank you for the question.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Hi, I'm Angela, and I wanted to know, there's a lot of music in Lucifer. What is your favorite song that's in the show?
Ooh, gosh. There's quite a few. Oh my God, I mean, there's so many. I mean, no, I have to tell you, because I said before, we had, it was going to be the Rolling Stones for that big opening sequence in the pilot, right? And I'd sort of got my head into that fact. And I love the Rolling Stones. What I didn't realise was how expensive it was to use their music. So whenever you see a script that's got the Rolling Stones in it, just know that it won't be the Rolling Stones by the time it comes to showing it. Unless, you know, you're working for Marvel. And you get days to be different characters, because you ask. Not jealous. So, Ain't No Rest for the Wicked, that they eventually used by Cage the Elephant. I remember hearing that for the first time, going, oh, it's not the Rolling Stones. And then I was like, oh, but it's good though, isn't it? And like, it really works for this opening sequence. So, I think that sort of put us in good stead. But over the years, we use stuff by Kaleo, that Icelandic band Kaleo, or Kaleo, I think you're meant to say, which is also wonderful stuff. I mean, So many great things, so many great things. And, you know, the music we did in the musical episode, you know, when Ildy said that we're going to do another one, Bites the Dust, I was like, oh, good luck with that, that's going to cost a fortune. But actually, we got it, and we got all those things, and so all of the music in it, really, I was very happy to be involved in a show that embraced music and as part of the storytelling. Does that answer your question? Good. Thank you. Hello.
Hi, I'm Quinn.
Hi, Quinn. You look fantastic.
Oh, thank you. Real quick before my question, I just wanted to say hi from my grandma. She can't be here because she has cancer. She's sick right now, but
Aw.
she loves you. She's a really big fan of you. She told me to give you a hug for her, but we're kind of far apart.
Quinn, send a hug back from me as well, will you please?
Okay. And my question is, if you actually were Lucifer, what would you do? What's the first thing you would do as the King of Hell?
Oh my God. I think I'd run for Prime Minister of the UK. And President of the United States at the same time. I'd make it a joint package. I feel like if I was running both countries, we could have a lot of good influence on the rest of the world.
I think so.
Hell yes.
Thank you.
Thank you. Hello.
Hello, Lucifer.
Okay, I'm going to stop you there. I'm Tom.
Hello, Tom.
Hello.
My name is Elizabeth.
Hello, Elizabeth.
Elizabeth. I'm sorry.
Elizabeth.
Elizabeth, yeah.
Okay.
Like a pirate. Or.
Okay.
Okay, so I wanted to see if I think in the show, if I'm not mistaken, you said sometimes Spanish. You said some things in Spanish, and I wanted to see if you want to. It's alright if you don't. Say something in Spanish. It could just be a word.
Okay. Were you watching it in Spanish? Just out of interest. Were you watching the Spanish dubbed version?
Maybe.
Because I don't remember doing it. I mean, I think I had to speak various bits and pieces at various times. I don't remember Spanish. I don't speak Spanish in real life, I'm embarrassed to say. No. But, are you here tomorrow?
What was it?
Mañana.
Sí, yo voy a estar aquí mañana para verte.
Excuse me?
That means I will be here tomorrow to see you.
Well, then I'll see you mañana. That's it, that's all I've got. Thank you. Do you remember him speaking Spanish? Are you sure you weren't watching it in Spanish?
We have time for one more question.
Oh, one more question. Oh.
Hey, how you doing?
I'm doing good. How you doing?
I'm doing good. My name's Charlie.
Oh my God, I love it here.
I just want to say thank you for playing Tom. It has inspired me in so many ways. Thank you for playing Tom. Thank you for playing Lucifer. My mind is all mixed up right now. But
That's what I say every morning. I look in the mirror and go, today you'll be playing the part of Tom.
I am a gamer and a streamer. This is relevant for my question. How would you react or feel if you found out your character would be a DLC character for the video game Injustice?
Okay, there's a lot of oohing and ahhing over there. I didn't quite understand. Just slow down the end of the question for me slightly, because I'm old. And I'm British and I'm not a gamer.
How would you feel or react if you found out Lucifer Morningstar was a DLC character for the video game Injustice?
Unless I was doing the voice of it, I'd feel a huge injustice.
No, of course. There's actually nobody else who can play Lucifer Morningstar other than you.
There's a guy who does the Spanish dubbing, actually. Do you know, a few of my mates do computer games. Scott Porter actually plays a lot. He plays computer games, but he's also in a lot of computer games as well. And apparently, it's a lot of fun. So if they came to me and asked me to do that, I'd do it. Got any contacts?
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Nice to see you, buddy.
All right, that is all the time we have today. Let's give it up for Tom Ellis!
Thank you, Barry. Thank you so much. I hope you have a lovely weekend. And I love you all. Thank you very, very much.